Hello students, in this video we'll be discussing about anti-thyroid drugs. Anti-thyroid drugs are those agents used in the treatment of hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism is the condition in which excessive amount of thyroid hormones are synthesized inside the body because of the presence of an overactive thyroid glands. We have learned that thyroid hormones T4 and T3 are concerned with metabolism. So excessive amount of thyroid hormones can cause excessive metabolism. Basal metabolic rate is increased, and as a result of that weight loss occurs, increased heart rate, anxiety, restlessness, etc. are other symptoms associated with hyperthyroidism. The treatment generally requires a surgery, but before surgery, the thyroid levels has to be brought down by use of anti-thyroid drugs. Anti-thyroid drugs are those drugs that prevent or inhibit the biosynthesis of thyroid hormones by acting within the glands, and hence they are also known as intrathyroidal inhibitors. Thyroid drugs can be classified into iodide ions, example inorganic iodides. Second one is thioamides or thionamides. They are again further classified into thiouracils, example propyl thiouracil, methyl thiouracils, etc. Then imidazole derivatives, example methimazole and carbimazole. Thioamides or thionamides contains thiourea in their structure. Thiourea is found to have anti-thyroid activity, but they are too toxic for to be taken internally. The structural formula of thiourea is NH2C double bond S NH2, and all the thiourea derivatives which are found to have anti-thyroid activity contains this functional unit in their structure, and they are found to be less toxic. Example is propyl thiouracil, methyl thiouracil, methimazole, carbimazole, etc. Coming to the mechanism of action of thiourea derivatives or thionamides, they are found to inhibit the biosynthesis of thyroid hormones T4 and T3. And they do this by inhibiting the thyroperoxidase enzyme. Thyroperoxidase performs three functions. First one is the formation of activated iodine. Second one is the iodination of the tyrosine residue present in the protein thyroglobulin to form monoiodothyronine and diiodothyronine. And then the last step, the coupling of these MIT and DIT to form the thyroid hormones, that is T4 and T3. And by inhibiting the thyroperoxidase enzyme, these functions are inhibited, and thereby the biosynthesis of thyroid hormone is completely inhibited. Coming to the chemistry of thiouracil derivatives. Thiouracil is, you can consider it as uracil with a sulfur group attached to it. So uracil is a heterocyclic compound, pyrimidine derivative, that is it contains two nitrogen atom, one at the first position and the other nitrogen atom at the third position. So uracil contains two keto groups, one at the second position and the second keto group at the fourth position. Now coming to the structure of thiouracil. So in thiouracil, the second keto group is replaced with sulfur. So thiouracil, so you can see the structure of thiouracil in which the second keto group is replaced with a sulfur atom. Now if you look at the structure of thiouracil, you can see that it is a 2-thiouracil. The sulfur group is at second position, so it is a 2-thiouracil, and you can also see the thiourea residue in the thiouracil ring. So coming to two thiouracil derivatives that you need to study. One is the propyl thiouracil and the other one is methyl thiouracil. So they are actually alkylated derivatives of thiouracil molecule. So here the substitution takes place at the 6th position of the uracil ring, thiouracil ring. So if a propyl group is present at the 6th position, you get a propyl thiouracil. And if a methyl group is present at the 6th position, you get methyl thiouracil. And these are the structure of propyl thiouracil and methyl thiouracil. Now coming to the physical properties of propyl thiouracil and methyl thiouracil, both are crystalline powder, white in color, odorless, and they are affected by light, and hence they need to be stored in well closed light resistant containers. Coming to the uses of these drugs, they are used as antithyroid agent in the treatment of hyperthyroidism. To the next class of antithyroid drug, imidazole or imidazolin derivative. Two drugs are there. One is methimazole and carbimazole. They are imidazole or imidazolin derivative. Imidazole is a heterocyclic 5-membered aromatic compound with 2 nitrogen atoms, one at this first position and the other at the 3rd position. Imidazolin is a partially saturated imidazole. That is, it contains 1 double bond. And depending upon the position of the double bond, it can be either 2 imidazolin if the double bond is at 2nd position, 3 imidazolin if the double bond is at the 3rd position, and 4 imidazolin if the double bond is at the 4th position. Methimazole and carbimazole are 2-thiol imidazole or 2-thiol imidazolin derivatives. We will see the structure of these two compounds, methimazole and carbimazole. Methimazole is a 2-thiol imidazole derivative, so it carries a sulfidyl group at the 2nd position. Then this 2-thiol imidazole is a resonance structure of 2-thiol imidazolin also. So that is the double bond is between the 2nd carbon atom and the sulfur atom. So it is 2-thiol 4-imidazolin. So methimazole is the derivative of 2-thioimidazole as well as 2-thio-4-imidazolin. So methimazole contains, in addition to this, a methyl group at the N1 nitrogen atom. So it is 1-methyl 2-thiol imidazole or 1-methyl 2-thiol 4-imidazolin. Now coming to the structure of carbimazole. Carbimazole is a ester prodrug of methimazole. That is, it contains a carboxylic acid ester. It is a propanoic acid ester attached to the N3 atom. C2H5COO group is attached to the N3 nitrogen atom to form carbimazole. And carbimazole is hydrolyzed to form methimazole inside the body, and the active form is the methimazole. So this carbimazole and methimazole are used as antithyroid agent in the treatment of hyperthyroidism. So that's all about antithyroid agents. Thank you.